And welcome back to Earth 2, where superheroes exist and comic book talk is the norm. I'm your host, VITOD, and it's Wonder Woman week.
Welcome to the planet.
And welcome back to Earth 2. It's still Wonder Woman week here, and we're concluding it with our top 5. Top 5 books that you should be reading if you liked Wonder Woman and you're trying to get into it, or if you don't know anything about Wonder Woman and you're looking for a place to start, here's your video, right? So keep in mind, all these books, you don't have to read anything before this. These are all good starting off points. So keep that in mind, whichever one intrigues you, if you get one of them, or if you get all 5 of them. Keep in mind, these aren't in any order. They're all really good. So let's jump right into it. Pick number 1. It's from the Earth1 series. If you're not familiar with the Earth1 series, pretty much it is what it is. It's outside of continuity of the current DC comics. So it's just his own little world. The only characters that have Earth1 books is Superman, Batman, and the Teen Titans, and now Wonder Woman has one. So it's Earth1 Volume, Wonder Woman Earth1 Volume 1. There's only one volume out right now. It's written by Grant Morrison, with art by Yannick Paquette. So what it is, it's a modern day twist to the classic origin tale of Wonder Woman. So what Grant Morrison does in this book is that he keeps the pre-crisis origin where she was, molded out of clay, and she lives in a world with Amazons and all. But he keeps the mythology and he makes it more realistic, and he gives it like a twist where everything's logical. I mean, if you're in an island filled with beautiful women, and human nature is to be loved or fall in love and care for one another, he pushes the boundaries of maybe Wonder Woman did have a girlfriend, or maybe she grew up liking a woman. You get me? Because it makes sense. And that's why this book caught a lot of heat, but it's also a really good read because he makes you question a lot of the stuff that happened, and there are some stuff that's just like, okay, that doesn't make any sense, but it gives an origin to the lasso and why it was made. You have the 3 fates. Unlike Hercules, where in the Hercules animated movie, it was 3 old ladies. It's actually past, present, and future. So you have one old one that looks like she's in her 20s and stuff, and then one that's really younger. So it's a really good read. I suggest you go get that or read it. It's just one graphic novel. It doesn't come in a comic book form. It's just one graphic novel, and then they'll be adding on to this as time goes on. So if you get the first one, you can just start off from there, and then that's it if you want to stick to that book. Pick number 2 is Blood by Brian Azzarello and art by Cliff Chang. So what this one is that when the New 52 happened, they made everyone more edgy. They gave everyone a different origin for the most part, and Wonder Woman was no exception. What Wonder Woman, her change was that she wasn't molded out of clay. What happened is that her mom and Zeus, Hippolyta and Zeus had an affair, and she was the product of that. So she's the daughter of Zeus, which makes her a demigod, which actually adds to the story because now she actually has an increased strength. So what she does is that there's a reason for the bracelets. They actually restrain her from using her full potential power. So if she's fighting like a god, then she takes off the bracelets and goes on full on god mode pretty much. It's a really cool read, and what she did, and what Brian Azzarello did, is that it starts off with volume 1, which is Blood, then it goes into volume 2, 3, 4. I think there's 5 of them. So you can pick that up and just make your way through. It's an incredible run by Brian Azzarello, where she eventually becomes the god of war. Ares isn't the bad guy in this. He's more of a tutor. He's more of a, he's more not of a father figure, but he looks out for her. And well, you see her relationships with the gods are different than what they are in before the New 52 or now in Rebirth. So I suggest you guys go pick that up. It's a really solid read. Um, I picked it up when it was coming out in comic book form, and every month it was one of my favorite runs. Pick number 3 is the current Wonder Woman comics that are out right now. It's Wonder Woman Rebirth. This one's going to be Volume 1, The Lies, which is written by Greg Rucka, and it's art by Liam Sharp. So what this one did is that since what Greg Rucka did in this storyline, in this volume, is that he made everything, all the stuff that didn't make sense in the New 52, he kind of fixes it and he brings it back to origin of Wonder Woman. So she left Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman left the mascara, and she's trying to make her way back. But the rule with the mascara is that once you leave, you can't come back. So she's trying to come back, and she's also getting flashbacks of a different life that she used to have. It explains it well in the storyline, so you don't have to read. You don't have to read anything before it. Volume 2 is the origin, and it coincides with it. So because the way he wrote it in the comics and the way he's writing it right now is that issue 1 would be present day, issue 2 would be in the past, issue 3 would be in the present day but continues with number 1, and issue 4 would be in the past but continues. So every even number is in the past, every odd number is in the present day. So you can actually start off with Volume 2, but Volume 1 is a really good starting off point. Volume 2 is amazing as well, and Volume 3 should be coming out as well. So once you catch up with all that, you can actually pick up your, if you like them, you can pick it up. They're coming out bi-weekly at the comic book store. Pick number 4. Continuing on with our stories by Wonder Woman written by Greg Rucka is Wonder Woman Hikatea. That's Hiketa or something like that. So this is a really good read. I don't want to spoil too much into it, but Wonder Woman does kick Batman's ass, and in the cover of one of the comics, I mean, she has her foot down on Batman's face, and that's really different and really refreshing to see. It's go out and read that. And finally, pick number 5. It's Justice League, A League of One. I know it's a Justice League. It has Justice League in the title, but it really is a Wonder Woman story. What it is that she's the main character. She's the main focus of the story. And what it is that somebody tells Wonder Woman and predicts the future and tells her, hey, look, there's a dragon out by the name of Draco. It's the last dragon on Earth. She will attack, and the Justice League will come and fight it and, defend the Earth. But what will happen is that the Justice League will fail and every single member will die. You will let your friends die. Now, Wonder Woman takes that to heart, and Wonder Woman doesn't allow that to happen because she wants to save the Justice League. So by saving the Justice League, she has to betray them. Kind of like what happened in Batman Justice League Doom. If you've seen that animated movie, she pretty much takes out the whole Justice League and ships them off into space and tells Superman, you better go and save them because they're gonna die, right? So what she does is that she goes and faces Draco by herself, and it's the art is amazing. The story is really well written. My only beef is that when it's all said and done, she wins, nobody dies. It's a really good read. Go out and read it. She explains, oh, look, I'm sorry, I did this and that. And they're all quick to forgive her, as opposed to when Batman did it, they kicked him out the Justice League for that. So I guess they're more warm-hearted towards Wonder Woman. Anyway, these have been the top 5 picks of books that you should be reading that are about Wonder Woman. Say, like, if you're trying to get into Wonder Woman, or maybe if you watched the movie, you liked it, and you're trying to get into it, try out these books. Again, these are all perfect starting points. You don't have to read anything before. You can just start off with these, anywhere with these books, and just continue on. Each one has its own line. Like Brian Azzarello has his own run, volume 1 through 5, I believe it is. Earth1 is just one book at the moment. Rebirth stuff by Greg Rucka is just 1 and 2 out right now, and the current comic books is going out, so you can hit up your comic book store for that. Hikateya is a graphic novel by itself, and so is Justice League and League of One. It's just a one graphic novel. So, as always, like and subscribe. Hit us up on our social media: Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. It's Earth2 Comic Cast, and that's with the number 2. Check out our podcast every Thursday. You put up the link on our SoundCloud, or if not, I mean, we upload it on SoundCloud, or if not, you can find it on our social media. It's again Earth2 Comic Cast. Oh, and don't forget, tomorrow is Wonder Woman Day, so go to your comic book stores if you want. Most of them are gonna have, like, a sale, or they should have a sale on Wonder Woman stuff. Or if not, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have Wonder Woman issues out for sale too. So go out and do that. Again, the very long boxes.